In part of the discussion about RAW versus JPEG and the whole kind of what is a RAW file, one of the things that I wanted to point out is that here I've got two images open in Photoshop. The top image is actually a gray gamma 1.8, so it's got a gamma curve, okay? And you see it looks like an even distribution. These are not stops, but they're just markers to indicate the approximate tone. Down below, you see the image is actually in a linear profile. It's a profile that I made in Photoshop to basically be able to maintain or use linear images if I wanted to. And linear is what Camera Raw processes images in internally as well as Lightroom. So here you can see that the range from here to here, which is similar in terms of the gradation, it's a huge amount of data. And that's part of the whole thing about histograms and exposing to the right.
Yeah, because there's more data up in the brighter tones than there is in the shadows.
Yes, but more data, there's more information, but it's also better quality because more photons is better, okay, bottom line.
Yep.
So then let me show you, let me explain to you what it is that you're seeing. And let's zoom way in. You may never have actually quite seen this, Michael. 500% zoomed in.
Right.
This is a regular processed right out of Camera Raw. That's what you normally see. Over here, this was processed out in a linear, no tone curve involved, flat line, so that basically it looks really dark. It isn't. When you apply the gamma curve, it looks like this. This image is actually an undemosaiced raw file. It's kind of geeky, but within the DNG specification, you can actually do a command line to actually output from a DNG into a single undemosaiced file. So it's not really a grayscale file, and I've been castigated for saying that it is. Bruce said it was, and it, you know, what Bruce says is good enough for me. But it basically is a recording of the light levels coming through the red, green, blue pixels.
Right.
It's illumination.
So it's the luminance values through the Bayer filter array.
Yes.
How's that?
Yeah,
Ooh, I got it.
That's fine.
Yes.
And when you look at it like this, it looks like a grayscale file. But this is in linear. Here, what I've done is applied a gamma curve, just like you would apply to open it up in Photoshop. And here you can actually see each one of these little squares is an actual photosite. And I'm not sure which square is what color.
Sure.
But the red, green, blue, this is the undemosaiced. So here this has been demosaiced, this is undemosaiced. And that's really what the benefit of working with a raw file is that you actually, it's not gamma encoded, and this actually has no color space yet. It's not really determined until you take the spectral information and then do a white balance and then figure out what color space you want to export it in. If you shoot JPEG, that's baked in camera. Although every time you shoot a JPEG, you're shooting a raw file.
Well, of course, yeah, except the camera writes it to the card and throws it away.
Bakes it. Yeah.
And by the way, if all of this is so much Lithuanian to you, it's okay. You don't have to really know this. But it's interesting for those of you that understand this stuff. It's worthwhile.
Lithuanian.
I didn't want to say Greek. Everyone says if that's so much Greek.
Oh, that's... No, you said Lithuanian. I'm sitting here trying to figure out what the heck you're talking about. Because I'm thinking, I've got a lot of friends that are Lithuanian. There's nothing wrong with...
I was just trying to think of an obscure language.
All right, that's pretty obscure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
So don't worry about it if you don't get it. It's just, you know, as Jeff said, it's pretty geeky.
Yeah, but this will, you know, more information. If you're sitting through this video tutorial and taking in the whole thing, you know, you're going to have to probably watch this maybe 10, 15 times. You know, it's probably going to be about 10 hours. So, you know, it's the 10,000 hour rule.
They have to look at your shirts over and over and over again.
That's why I keep changing them.
Okay, that makes sense.